Great day, you all. Simple question. What God do you serve? I was amongst a group of people yesterday and I was looking at their behavior and I just asked them, hey, who your God? What God you serve? Because anybody that's around me knows me, you know that I'm a godly man, and there is produce that can tell you, man, my production, it shows that I'm a godly man, not by what I post, but how I carry myself. If I get in a debate with somebody, I make sure that we end that day, in a peaceful manner, or I try to. I'm not perfect. If I need to forgive somebody, I forgive. If I need to reach out to somebody, I reach out. See, it's a lot of people who may not accept me trying to make things right. And those are the people, hey, they move by other principles. But the God I serve, y'all know I'm talking about God. I'm telling y'all my testimonies. I'm telling y'all my prayers, my scriptures. I'm not telling y'all all my prayers and all the scriptures I read, but I point you all back to the glory of God. It would be no me if there wasn't for God blessing my parents with me and for me to make it through life through all the other blessings that God has added a part of my life, and to keep me here by giving me a son and blessing me with a daughter. And they are both my road to redemption in different ways. So I'm always talking about God. I'm living for God. My will has changed in a lot of ways. I used to want to be this popular traveling music artist, but now I just want to put out what God gives me. So my music doesn't even contradict the lifestyle I live, and the life I live, and the music I put out now does not contradict the God I serve. You can go to all of my songs and you hear something in the testifying way about the God that I serve, about the God that I follow. What God do you serve? Because your life should be a reflection of who you serve. And if you serve the opposite of God, what's the proper word? Satanist, I got to look it up. Satan, then of course, I guess you'd be doing things that are satanic, or satanic. But for those who serve God, who believe God, whatever God you believe, Allah, God, the highest power, however you pronounce your God in your religion, or, even if people don't like if I say God, you might need me to say however you say his name. Or I didn't say Jehovah Jireh, but Yahshua, or however you say it, Yahweh. Y'all tell me, put it in the comments. But whatever God you serve, you should every day, it is wise, it is best, it is helping to unconfuse people. It helps give people clarity about the God that you serve, the God that you pray to, the God that you depend upon. And if your God, okay, then I get it. But your lifestyle, your conversations, your duties should reflect the God that you serve. Plain and simple. Do more of that and watch things get better. You shouldn't be serving God and putting out contradicting music. You shouldn't be soliciting conversations that contradict the God you serve. You shouldn't be dressing a certain way to contradict how the God that you serve is projected and perceived. It's a lot of things that we can change, y'all. It's a lot of things. Everybody wants to fit in, and everybody wants to be neutral these days. Not everybody, but y'all get what I mean. That it's sickening. Y'all stand on business, right? Y'all don't like lukewarm, right? So if you're going to stand on business and make sure your lifestyle reflects the God that you serve, that you believe in. And yeah, I understand when I was 20, I still did my clubbing, my drinking, my sexing, my smoking, all of that. But I did not pray one day in my whole life. But I never did not, let me put it this way. I did not ever deny God. I didn't pray just one day my whole life. I remember that day. I felt the worst. But other than that, my 20s, I was praying. We got in the club. We made it back home safely. Every time I went to a football game, I prayed everybody made it home safely. No limbs broken. You know what I'm saying? I didn't break a part of my leg until after my football days had passed. But there was always God in me. There was always me bringing up God some way, some form of fashion. Don't be ashamed. People want to be surprised. People want to hear you talk about God sometimes. It's just that they waiting on you to initiate. Well, you initiate today. You walk in godly manner. And no, I'm not saying you got to be perfect and you got to quit all your habits. But the more that your life reflects reflects the God that you serve, and the more you get in that book to the God that you serve, mine is the Bible. I don't know what yours is. The more you're going to want to put down some things. So what God do you serve? Keep it there.